Good, beautiful morning, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today I have with me the energy of Delores Cannon, who wants to talk about the phenomena of mediumship that's been going on. Should be quite interesting. Remember, today is a brand new day, and this is a brand new moment. I'm truly delighted and excited to have her energy with me today. She came in last night and was quite simply saying, it's important that people understand that the phenomena of mediumship is not something that is new, but is something that has become permissible and widely accepted as a natural function of your capabilities to communicate to non-physical and interdimensional beings, including your deities, the gods and other beings that you work with. Now we're going to wait a few moments more to let her, because she's just been giving me so much information about history of mediumship and how it's been a part of human culture for many thousands and thousands of years. This is not the first civilization that understood mediumship. And it's a natural, healthy phenomena to cultivate. She says, unfortunately, a lot of people have been taught to fear mediumship as it was a crime that was actually punishable in many parts of the world for a long time. That the function of mediumship was often only allowed to the ruling classes, that they discouraged the regular people from practicing connecting to God or any such thing, because they wanted to maintain control over people. She's saying the phenomena of mediumship is something that many of you may remember if you are of a sufficient biological age in this lifetime, that you may remember how nervous and uncertain when you would go to a room with a friend and you'd want to do those things called seances. You've heard about them and had wondered about them, and there'd be this nervousness and anxiousness. And much of the nervousness and anxiousness around mediumship is because for many hundreds of years recently, people could be put to death for practicing such things. In fact, the great teacher, Master Jesus, he taught people how to become mediums. He taught them how to connect directly to God. He instructed people and all of his students how to get in touch with the God within, that they could have that communication to an infinite consciousness as he did. And he maintained, even until his departure from the physical dimension at that time, that things that he could do, you could do, and greater still, once you understood how to connect or commune with the divine within yourselves. That was and has been the focus of all the great teachers that have come into this world to teach you of God, of love, of creation, of consciousness. But what you are noticing now in the last 40 years is this phenomena of mediumship, where there seem to be very many people coming out, bringing forth knowledge and information and wisdom from sources other than those provided from books or schools or educational facilities. As the laws have relaxed around who controls information, you see that this phenomenon of mediumship has increased quite rapidly, that there are more and more of you curious about connecting to these other dimensions of information and consciousness. It is a natural capability that every single soul that comes into this world has, that mechanism of communication within you. Right now, you have that mechanism of communication within you right now. It may not be sufficiently developed, or maybe not even developed at all, but it can, like a light switch that's been left off, be turned back on. This is a crucial time in this civilization's existence, that information other than what you get from your physical world is necessary to change the direction collectively of humanity, that you must begin to gain information not readily available through the five physical senses. This is very important. The practice of mediumship and the phenomena of it are something to be considered not only from this lifetime, but other lifetimes as well, that many of you have brought memories, emotions from other lifetimes, and you're bringing them and blending them into this lifetime, some of you creating a lot of unnecessary confusion and frustration by doing so, and even many of you not even aware that you are doing so, that you are bringing a lifetime of being one way into a lifetime that is very different now, and this can create a lot of unnecessary confusion. Of course, when you come into a new incarnation, you will find that it is very different than the previous incarnations you've ever experienced, as you can never experience the same incarnation twice. But you have access. You can gain access to information, memories, and experiences from other lifetimes. And yet again, if you take that information and you try to blend it with this lifetime, you can create confusion without understanding how to properly understand and comprehend and integrate such information. Now, you will notice that there are many individuals around the world now that are opening up to these other realms of information. And as you can see, there is a great deal of information, a limitless amount of information available to each and every individual on this planet. Unlike the period of time where the ruling classes asserted such authority over the rest of humanity to prevent any of you from gaining access to the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding of creation, did so to maintain that control and instilled a long-standing fear in the hearts and minds of all people that if they should practice such a thing, they could face certain death. But that is not the case now. The phenomena of mediumship can be utilized in only two ways. You can use the information you acquire for the practical uses of love or the practical uses of fear, as these are the only two existing creative energies in your universe. The energy that we define as fear and the energy that we define as love. There are only those two definitions. As some of you are becoming curious about where does this information come from? How can I gain access to it? An equal number of you are believing that you will get your fulfillment, your ways and your understanding, your freedom from the world itself. But that is not proving to be so true, as you can tell from the degradation of societies around the world that are a direct result of pursuing the things of the world while keeping yourself divested of the limitless abundance of information that could direct you in a whole new way. But the phenomena of mediumship is a natural function of your soul's capability to gain information not readily available to you through your five physical senses, that you can gain direct communication from what you call your God. You can gain direct communication from what you call your guides, your angels. You can gain direct communication from the interstellar beings that are seeking to maintain and build constructive relationships with you here in this physical dimension. Many of you are reluctant. Again, your ruling classes tend to control much of the information that is naturally available to all of you. The fearfulness around mediumship, again, was perpetuated for many, many hundreds of years, punishable by torture and death if you were found to be attempting to communicate to spirits not of this physical dimension, under the pretext that such spirits could only be evil. And yet, after years of my practice, I understood very clearly that many of these spirits, the vast majority, in fact, are good. That if you understand how to keep your energy correctly, then you can only vibrationally connect to those spirits that you are in harmony with. And you see much of the corruption and destruction that's happening in the world are because there are individuals that are connecting to these spirits on the vibrational plane of greed, on the vibrational plane of lust, on the vibrational plane of control, authority, and power. And so they get these beings and these entities that they become mediums for, and they transmit and reproduce destructive manifestations of consciousness because they are in resonance through fear with those destructive tendencies. Each and every one of you has the ability to connect to your guides, your angels, to your God, even to your ascended masters. But it must be stressed that it is important that this is a natural thing, that each and every one of you can do this with proper guidance and practice, that you might be able to open up your internal channels to your highest possible sources of information based in the principles of love, compassion, kindness, and truth. You, of course, have a free will and are able to choose lesser vibrations, but will bear the consequences of either one equally. That is, if you align your consciousness to receive vibrational inspirations that are uplifting and empowering, then you shall receive those. If you request to receive information about how to gain more control and power, more wealth, more sensuality, then you will experience entities that will connect you and direct you in that fashion. But from all the years of work that I did while in my physical incarnation, I noticed that the acquisition of wealth, while it is desirable in the right context, often the pursuit of wealth in and of itself loaned itself to lifetimes of suffering and misery, having to maintain levels of control and authority over others in order to maintain the authority of money, control, and power. That is, to have such control over the material world can often lead to very uncomfortable situations where everybody covets and wants what you have. As you well know, you can see that those ruling classes today still exist, that they hide high up in the mountains or deep under the ground. They've found places where they hide, trembling in the fear, knowing that they cannot walk amongst you because of who they are and what they do in relation to how you function. They have channeled information as you may channel information. I would highly encourage you that if you're going to explore your own capabilities of mediumship, if you're going to explore those capabilities, you make certain that you do so in the context that is best for you, the context of love, of understanding, of truth, of wisdom, of purposeful and meaningful living for you as you are in the biological expression you are. The great Master Jesus, as I said earlier, had taught many how to directly and intimately connect with God. Directly and intimately connect with God. He told me this himself. This is what I taught, that there shall be no other God before the God within you. Not even I should be a substitute for that God, for the kingdom of God is within you. He said, I taught everyone to commune to that divinity. The whole purpose of the teaching was to bring everyone back into an intimate and personal relationship with God within you. That personal and intimate information and relationship could give you all the guidance and instruction that you would need to live a life of love and goodness. Be mindful of the mediums that you do connect with. There are those mediums that are of love, and there are those mediums that are of fear. There are very clear delineations between the two. Those that are of love will inspire you, empower you, uplift you to search deep within your own soul for the strength and power of the divine moves through all of you. Your bodies are like a lantern, and the light is within you. And it is important you connect to that. And then there are those mediums that base much of what they say on fearfulness. Be mindful of those who would inspire you to fear, and be mindful of those who would inspire you through love. That is the primary distinguishing characteristic between those who are working with spirits, entities, and beings, both physical, non-physical, and interdimensional, that are either of love or fear. There are only those two spectrums and various degrees, of course, within that. But I taught very clearly that the function of mediumship is a natural phenomenon to each and every one of you. Deep in your genetic coding, you have been programmed to be afraid of this. Taught by those who executed most of the individuals that were capable of mediumship for hundreds and hundreds of years. Anyone who displayed signs of being able to commune with God, or commune with Jesus, or commune with Buddha, were often viewed as heretics or witches, and often wrongfully harmed in that lifetime of incarnation. There are simple things that you can do to begin to awaken the practice of communing with your higher vibrational spirits that do not have to be very difficult. In fact, you have access to good and not so good spirits all the time. It can be easy to define which ones you are in alignment with by how your thoughts are, how your emotions are, and how your actions are. These things will define clearly whether you are connecting to a vibrational being or a spirit of love or a spirit of fear. It is, in practical terms, very simple to make that distinction. There are those that come from love and those that come from fear. You have the intelligence and the discernment given to you by the divine to know the difference, to know that the divine within you gave you the rudimentary sense to know the difference between that which is fear and that which is love. The outcome of the phenomena of fear and love as an experience in your physical dimension is readily understood by those effects. That is, if your life is on a track where you feel you are being happy and fulfilled, then indeed you are following the spirit of love. If those around you are empowered and inspired and uplifted by you, closer to joy, then you are guided by the spirit of love. If you see that you are suffering on a day-to-day basis, if you see the people around you are not too happy, then you can be assured that you are being guided and influenced by spirits that are of fear. And it does not matter what class you are, the spirit of love or fear is everywhere. It is in everything, everywhere. You have the choice to decide what spirit you shall serve. And the great master said, you have these two choices, that which is right and that which is not right. And I would substitute those words. You have the choice between love and fear, the love of my Father or the fear of the devil. The choice is always yours. She's saying that she was just one of many people that came in and articulated the practice of mediumship and created a system whereby people could learn to connect to their guides, to their angels, to God, to the ascended masters, to multidimensional beings. When she was talking to me in my meditation, she was saying, the whole episode from the crucifixion of Christ, and for the 2 centuries that have passed since, there was literally a concerted and deliberate effort to kill or eradicate anybody who displayed psychic capabilities, that is, to communicate with divine beings or entities. We're often told that they could only be evil. When the Roman Catholic Empire rose up after the crucifixion of Master Jesus, they went on a spree to kill basically everybody that was taught by Master Jesus how to talk and connect and receive guidance and inspiration directly from God, because that's what he taught. He didn't say, I am between you and God. He said, no, God is within you. So they went after anybody and everybody that had that awareness that they could actually talk to and receive guidance, wisdom, knowledge, inspiration, and direction from God within. And for 300 years, the Romans basically took what he taught and anybody that he taught and eradicated it as best they can. It wasn't just the spectacle of sport in the arenas, it was the spectacle of removing the common person's connection to God and replacing that connection with their version of God. And that's what happened. The Romans took over the teachings of Jesus by rewriting and restructuring everything. And as a result, yes, I know, as a result, they took control of the authority of God as if it were their own, and they put people in place that were in alignment with their beliefs and values. They called them priests and other such things, and they put them as the intermediary between the common man and God, whereas Jesus said, no, the intermediary is within you. God is within you. And every master will tell you the exact same thing. She said that's where the deepest trauma around mediumship, the phenomenon of mediumship, was installed into human collective unconsciousness during those first 300 to 600 years after Master Jesus was executed. That the process was to instill fear in the subconscious field, because they understand, these people that are in these positions of control and power, she says they fully understand how you reincarnate and reincarnate and reincarnate. So they traumatize you in one lifetime so that it carries over to the next. It's why they start wars on regular intervals, to traumatize a generation so the next generation carries that trauma forward. And she says, until you know how to release that trauma, until people understand how to do that, then they're stuck with the trauma. And that is where the foundation for the fear of mediumship was laid in, so that the common person would not dare to explore the realms of connecting to God directly themselves without going to a church or a priest or some intermediary between them and God. But there should be nothing between you and God. No one, nowhere, no way. God is within you. You must understand that. Yes. So this generational programming of being afraid of mediumship is what is now being broken down. When Delores came in, when other individuals came in, Madame Blavatsky, other individuals that began to connect and recommune, some of them, such as Aleister Crowley, was using and accessing the information of the dark energy, the energy of fear. Whereas individuals like Delores Cannon, more recently Bashar, other individuals that have accessed the vibrational frequencies of love and connected to beings that live on those frequencies. Delores taught the process of mediumship and demonstrated again and again and again that mediumship could be learned by any individual, that it wasn't something that she had a special power over. She said, be clear, I never had any special power. All of you have special power. We are all special in the way that we can assert our connection to gain information from other levels of consciousness than the physical dimension itself. So she wants to just finalize this with saying the phenomena of mediumship is a natural function that you all innately have within you. It's a natural function. Sorry, something flying around me. It's a natural function you have innately within you. Do not fear it, but understand that the function can be, you can be misguided if you do not understand how to make the distinction between love and fear. This is where many people get misguided. If you are bound by love or compassion and kindness and goodness and right action, you will connect to deities and spirits, even the divine and that aspect of the divine. If you are bound by greed and fear and anger and lust, then you will connect to spiritual beings that function on that vibrational plane of consciousness. So the phenomena of mediumship is a natural capability that each and every one of you possesses, but you must learn to function from one or the other, from fear or love. You only have those two choices, and you can only connect to beings along those spectrums of love or fear. Yes, she's saying she left in her wake a lot of the systems of learning that you can learn to practice and connect to your guides, your angels. I think what she call her process again? I can't remember the name that she calls her quantum healing hypnotherapy technique. Thank you. So the quantum healing hypnotherapy technique, because she taught how to put a person into a trance state where they could connect to your guides, angels. You can do that to yourself. You can learn to do that yourself. Anyway, that was what she wanted to communicate to all of you, that the phenomena of mediumship, that it's a natural function of every human being, has that connection to the divine, to multi dimensions of information, to ascended masters, to guides, to angels, to the Davic kingdom, to many different dimensions of information, and that there's only two frequencies in all dimensions, and that's love or fear. And I think that's a really beautiful message for us all to receive today. I want to say thank you, Delores, for coming in. Her energy is very, very masculine for a woman. Very, very masculine for a woman. I like that. Questions? Let's see where we go. I understand. Hi. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Shortcuts for Your Soul. It is a brand new, beautiful day here. Remember that. As a channeler and psychic medium myself, I am loving the message today. Great information. Thank you, William and Delores. Yeah, it is very beautiful. Thank you, Channeled Illuminations. I appreciate that. Yes, I know. I'm really looking forward to getting goosebumps right now because I got the Energy Master Jesus kind of standing by here. And yes, it's important that you understand that Christ within you is the way. Christ is that communion point between you and the God within you. It is the sacred chamber beyond this world within you, that you might connect to that God within you as I connected with that God within myself. That is also in you. Thank you. Someone's saying, can I learn mediumship? Yes, you can. Mediumship. We have a masterclass series that Master Jesus and Buddha and others gave us 5.5 years ago. We've been teaching this for 5.5 years. And it's the simple, practical steps that you need to do to prepare your body, to prepare your mind, to prepare your awareness, how to get prepared to gain access to these realms of information. The foundation of all our masterclasses is raising the vibration of your body, raising the vibration of your thinking mind. We were told that if the body is suffering, then it needs to be healed. If the mind is in turmoil, it needs to be healed, because the frequency of turmoil will connect you to energies that are tumultuous. Just as the pain and suffering will connect you to the energy, the spirits of pain and suffering. So the first thing they taught us to do was how to raise the vibration of your body. And that's the first thing you have to do, is learn how to raise the vibration of your body. And then you have to learn how to raise the vibration of your mind. Then you have to learn how to change and operate your mind and body differently than you've been taught to. It's a very simple few steps that once practiced sufficiently, you'll gain autonomy over your body and mind in a very different way. But yeah, if you want to know more about our masterclass series, go to my website, William Michael Forbes, and click on the courses section, and you can read all the detailed descriptions of our masterclasses. We have our masterclass 102 called Liberation, which is, we're told, is the most important part of the program for humanity at this time. Learning how to release old, dense emotions from the body, and how to raise your vibration up. How to learn to take authority, loving authority, over your mind. People are been taught to fight with themselves. All these shows about fighting and war and damage and fear have taught you to have that fight in your mind. So you've been programmed to have fear in you. And so the Masterclass 102 Liberation gives you simple, easy to apply processes where you learn to reclaim authority over your body, over your mind, and over your emotions. And it's a mind-blowing thing to watch people who've gone through years of therapy come into this program in just a couple of weeks. Their whole energy has changed, and they know that they know how to change it. Because once you know how to change your energy, you can change anything in your life, right? It's a beautiful thing. But thank you for that. Appreciate it. Someone saying, I choose love over fear. Any message from my spirit guide? Does my spirit guide have a name? Raising vibrations and breathing, meditating is a great advice. Thank you, Don. You got it. Danielle saying, I'm hearing one and the same frequency in my ear this evening. Who is wanting to connect with me? You got Archangel Metatron wanting to connect with you. He wants to help guide you. He wants to guide you in the restructuring of your work. He wants to guide you energetically in the restructuring of your work. To bring the frequencies and codes and keys to those that are calling them forth. There is a way that you can know which way to move, what way to do, by feeling the frequency of what people require. What you do and how you do it can be a manifestation of your understanding of the need of those that are requiring, how you attune them with your work. Well, whatever that means to you, please share it in the comment section with us. Oh, you're very welcome, Eva. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to get up some of these questions here, guys. I don't have a lot of time this morning. I'm really busy after this, but I have about another 15 or 20 minutes to bring information through for you guys. We'll keep taking Q&A. Thank you for the roses, guys. Thank you for that. Thank you for the hearts. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Missing loved ones, friend Daniela and client Joan. Any message from either of them? Thank you. Thank you. I'm just seeing three beings around each other right now. Arms over arms, leaning in, the tops of their heads leaning in, your heads are touching. Feeling the connection, feeling the higher connection. They love this about you. They appreciate all that you did for them. We're not missing. But this circle, they're saying this circle is really important to become energetically aware of this connection right now. That there is an energetic connection between the three of you forming right now. If you allow yourself to feel it, like allow yourself to feel this energetic connection of their presence with you. Yes, they both say they aid you in going forward. Continue to go forward. Do not harbor doubt. They're saying do not harbor any doubt. Do not harbor any doubt. Thank you so much. Got a super chat from Amanda. Would love a message from Master Jesus or Mother Mary? Yeah. First words that came to me from both of them at the same time. It's funny because you hear both his voice and her voice at the same time saying, "Fear not, fear not, fear not." Master Jesus is just saying, open your hand and release your fear. Fear not. Fear not. I am with thee. Yes. He wants me to clarify when he says, I am with you, he's saying that the God that he is one with is also one with you. Fear not. Wow. Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Hi. Good morning. Hi. Someone saying, for my spirits, how can I help my daughter, she struggles a lot. The one way you can help your daughter more than anything, any parents that are hearing these words right now, this is so important. What we think and feel about our children, whether they're with you or not, affects them. If you have worry and fear or frustration in your heart about them, then you're directing that energy at them. What you're best to do for your daughter is to really envision her in happiness and enjoy in the best fashion that you can in your mind. In the best fashion that you can in your mind. Envision her in great joy. Let that be what occupies the space you hold in your heart for her. Let that be the space that you hold and allow to be occupied in your heart for her. That she is filled with joy and hope and possibility. Let that be your vision for your child. Let that be what you offer her from your heart. It will be received and you shall be delighted. But do not harbor fear. Do not harbor worry. Do not harbor anger towards them. For whether you are aware of it or not, that is the gift you give them. What you hold in your heart for them is offered to them. You have a direct communication to your children in this fashion. So see them, even if what appears to be a very difficult time for them, continue to envision the best for them. And the best shall be given to them. Events and circumstances can be influenced and affected in this fashion for your loved ones. Wow. Thank you for the super chat, JJGG. She's saying, hi, in addition to your master classes, any advices from Spirit to help me be a medium specific to me? Yes, absolutely. The number one thing that's coming in right now for you is learning to make a decision to be open and receptive to love's words, knowledge, and wisdom. That you are open and receptive to love's knowledge, words, and wisdom. Be open and receptive. I'm being told to tell you that may come from the world around you as equally as it will come from within you. But those three considerations: be open to love's words, wisdom, and actions. Be open and receptive to that. Be open and receptive constantly in your meditation. Be open and receptive to love's words, wisdom, knowledge, and actions. Wow. Thank you for that, Jerusalem. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Hi, guys. Can I heal a vagus nerve from listening to healing music meditation for vagus nerve? Hi, Iris. Iris, let's do a little healing. I'm going to ask Archangel Raphael. So, Iris, what I'm going to ask you to do is take a slow, deep breath. Take a slow and deep breath and fill your lungs completely. What I'm having you do by doing this is you're preparing your body to receive energy. Whenever you take a deep breath and relax, you prepare your body. So that's what I want you to do. Take a slow, deep breath, relax your body, give the body permission to completely relax. All the muscles, all the nerves, even how the vagus nerve feels right now, allow it to relax. Give it permission to relax as you breathe. And you'll notice that when you exhale, the body relaxes automatically, much easier. So it's easy when you exhale to say the body relax, relax. And every nerve, every organ, every gland in your body is designed to respond to what you direct it to. It's designed that way. So keep breathing slowly and deeply, allowing the body to relax. And then bring your attention, as the body keeps relaxing, every time you breathe, it'll relax further. Bring your attention to the space in the body where the vagus nerve is not comfortable. Bring yourself to that place and communicate the following thought to the vagus nerve. No matter how you feel, I love you anyway. Communicate this thought directly to the place where the discomfort or the break in the vagus nerve is. No matter how you feel, I love you anyway. Make certain you think and speak those words sincerely. The energy of Archangel Raphael is with you right now. So think and speak those words into that vagus nerve. No matter how you feel, I love you anyway. And maintain that posturing. No matter how uncomfortable the vagus nerve feels or what sensation you get there, continue to assert, no matter how you feel, I love you anyway. After a period of about 3 minutes of doing that or less, you'll begin to feel the vagus nerve and the energy there reacting and responding to the transmission of that vibration that that thought creates. No matter how you feel, I'm willing to love you. It will receive that vibration from you and begin to react and respond to it, as every cell in the human body, in your body, in anyone's body, is designed to listen to and respond to everything you think. It's designed to receive commandments from you. And if your commandment is of love, you will get one result. If your commandment is of frustration, upset, and annoyance, you'll get another result. So stay in the energy of that. Stay in the energy of that, okay? No matter how you feel, I love you anyway. Be sincere in the way you use those words. Be sincere. Be sincere. And after about 3 minutes, come on, because I still have at least 3 more minutes. Come on and leave a comment about what you experienced so other people get to know. If you experience something sooner than 3 minutes, share your experience with in the comment section on TikTok, please. Other people need to know that what is being said here is a reality for people, that you can experience change in your own biological energy by the way you interact with your body. Neuroplasticity, that's another term for it. Science has got wonderful names for it. But simply, neuroplasticity simply means there's a flexibility in your brain, but the flexibility is not in the brain. The flexibility is in your soul's interaction with your brain. Neuroplasticity is an effect of the way you interact with your physiology, the nature and quality of the consciousness and the information that you impart to your mind alters and changes the structure of the neurological functions of their brain. The way you interact with it, you can say to the brain, you are a beautiful, wonderful, vibrant instrument, and the brain will react and respond through a process of induction to the vibrational frequencies of those thoughts that you impart into the physical medium. Is that not wonderful? So your sciences will create many terms that will still limit you from understanding that you are the cause to the effect in your physical organism, that you can alter effects that have been placed upon the physical organism, that you have this authority to direct the body. Even the most minute molecule of your body is designed by nature to respond to you. Every molecule in your body is designed by nature to react and respond to you, as equally as your body and every molecule of your body can react and respond to information given to you by the world. Be mindful what you let in your temple. Be mindful what you let in your temple. Wow, thank you. What's next on my journey? Freedom. You need to go deeper into meditation. You need to ask. You're at this place now where you're ready to receive. You are at this place in your journey where you are ready to receive guidance directly from Source. So in your meditations, Jenny, sit down. Make the statement that was given to somebody else earlier. Be open and receptive to receiving love's knowledge, wisdom, and guidance. Make that decision. I'm open and receptive to love's wisdom, knowledge, and guidance. It's important you define the quality of the energy. You must define, I'm open to love's wisdom, knowledge, and guidance. Be very precise. in your meditation. And then be open and receptive, because when you make a statement that's based in a certain frequency, you receive a certain frequency. So now you're ready to start receiving guidance, Jenny. Again, if you want to know more how to do that, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and sign up for our upcoming 102 masterclass called Liberation. It begins April the 6th, 2 days before the eclipse. There's no coincidence that they had us set this particular masterclass up at this time. I didn't even know there was an eclipse when this was all set up several months ago. Very fascinating, isn't it? Someone's saying, I'm lost, lonely, sad, angry, and hurting. Glad I found you. I'm so glad you found us too, Connie. You are not your pain. You are not your anger. You are not your frustration. Most of those were given to you by the environment. In fact, most of the people that are confused about their personal identities, most of the people that are confused and frustrated, you've been made to be confused by what you watch on TV, what you've been educated to believe. You've been taught to not think for yourselves. So much of the confusion you're going through was given to you. You are innocent. Much of your confusion was given to you by the environment, what you watched, what you ate, what you drank. Much of what you've been taught to believe was designed to confuse you, to disempower you. But you are not your anger. You are not your fear. You are not your loneliness. That's not who you are. You are a divine entity. Each and every one of you is a divine entity in a physical dimension to learn the process of creation. And that is the message and the information that my guides and angels transmit through me in our master classes and through all these live events. As you know, we go live almost 6 days a week now. It's really important now that people be brought to the truth of information to find yourself free of what the world has enslaved you with. It's enslaved you with anger. It's enslaved you with materialism. It's enslaved you with sexuality and sensuality. It's enslaved you with greed. It's enslaved you with rage. It's enslaved you with self-judgment and self-deprecation. And yet, you are not anything other than a function of love in your true essence, right? You need to remember that. All of you, please remember that you are a function of love. You are not a function of fear. Can he help me heal my dog? Yes, he can. It's being open to receiving and allowing it to flow through you. I'm told to tell you, Drusilla. Yeah. I'm being told to tell you, place a hand over his physical heart and a hand over the top part of the head between the ears. Is there a specific order? Yeah, for you. So like this, the left hand on the top of his head, the right hand on his physical heart, and make this declaration. I'm open and receptive to allowing the spirit of love and God to flow through me to this being. And allow yourself to be open and receptive. The left hand on the top of his head between his ears and the right hand over his heart. And just say, I'm completely open to allowing the spirit of love to flow into my dog. And truly allow yourself to be open. Put all your fear, all that aside, and just become a vessel, an open channel for allowing love to flow through you. You can do that. Anybody can do that. You can literally say, I'm willing to be an open channel for love, compassion, wisdom, truth, kindness. You can define that. And you'll start to get ideas and information and inspiration that can come from this world and other dimensions, your guides, your angels, others. But yes, check out the Masterclass 102. You got about a week and a half left to sign up. The course only happens once or twice a year. Amanda's saying, I'm so excited for the 102 class. I am too. It's going to be one of the most amazing classes I think we've ever experienced in the 5.5 years we've been teaching it, because of this incoming spiritual flow of energy called ascension energy, but also that there's a strong desire for people to get rid of their suffering. You know, humanity's at a point where it can't sustain suffering any longer. And so there's this massive call coming up for love. So yeah, I'm very excited about it too, Amanda, about what's going to come. Hi, Danielle. Good to see you. Any message from my cosmic team? Yes, be a vehicle for love. More now than ever. Be a vehicle for love. A lot of people confuse love with sex, or love with having money, or love with feeling good, right? Love feels profound, but you don't have to have a Cadillac to experience love. You don't have to have all the sex you want to experience love. You don't have to have a beautiful mansion to have love. They can certainly make you feel good, but they're not a substitute for love. Yes. Can I tell what angels are around you right now? Yes, you have. They're not angels. These are your guardian. They're calling themselves guardians. They're not calling themselves angels. These are nature spirits that work with you. Again, I'm getting the energy of the spiritual essence of tree consciousness coming from. These are coming from the realm of this being called Pan, who energetically looks after the nature kingdom, just the same way as Master Jesus looked over the human kingdom, right? The being called Pan looks over the nature kingdom. And these nature spirits work with you. They're trying to get you to bridge earth and water in your grounding. So if you have a chance, get out to a pond near a tree or a lake. Make sure it's safe to do this. Of course, make sure there's not animals that will just naturally eat you. Make sure you're safe. Put your feet in the water, but be on the physical earth near a tree. Be on the physical earth near a tree with your feet in the water. And just allow these nature spirits to reveal themselves to you. Close your eyes and just say, I'm open and receptive to connecting to the nature spirits here and now, right? And then you'll start to connect to them. That's what you need to do, Daniela. Wow, that's pretty cool. Hi. Eden's asking, why did my mother visit my dream last night? I love you, darling. I love you. I love you. I'm not far from you. You need to understand that when you're in a dream state, your mind can't get in the way of the beliefs that you've been given by the world that says, oh, when people are dead, they're gone. They're physically not there, but their consciousness still exists. When you're in a dream state, you don't have those limiting beliefs in the way to prevent you from connecting to your loved ones. That's why meditation is so important. You can get your ego mind out of the way. You can literally get your ego mind out of the way so that you can connect to your guides and your angels directly. Thank you. Got time for one more question, guys. Then I have to head off to a reading I've got coming up. Any ideas why my father screamed out before he passed? He was afraid to pass over. Is he okay, please? Yes. He certainly went out with a roar. He was quite surprised. Yeah. Is he okay? Yes. He was just a bit shocked. He was a bit shocked to see what he saw. He encountered the light. He encountered the light directly. And what you heard, the body screaming, was the body sphere of your father leaving it. Because when you leave your body, the body can't live anymore. When you physically, spiritually leave the body completely, it ceases to function. People who are in comas or had strokes have partially left the body. They're not completely gone. Their energy is still partly there. That's why the body can stay alive, because the soul energy is still connected. But when somebody leaves, sometimes they can leave with a mighty roar. And your dad was that kind of person. He didn't like to be unseen. Here I come. Here I come. He's okay though. Yes. We must send you money. No, James, you don't have to. Of course, you can always go to my Linktree link in my bio and give me a tip if your question's been answered. You can share a tip with me if you want to do that. Make a donation to my tip jar. Go to the Linktree link on my bio on TikTok, or the Linktree link under any one of my live videos on my YouTube channel. If you want to contribute to this channel and how it functions, we operate from Monday to Saturday every week. We come live every day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, and Tuesdays and Thursdays. But yeah, we could certainly use the support to keep these messages coming. In whatever way you can support the channel, I'm more than grateful and happy to receive your donations and be grateful for that. So thank you. Thank you. Yes. But if you want to ask a question, no, you do not have to make a donation. It's not a requirement. It's a request. It's a voluntary thing. Thank you. Oh, wonderful. Okay, I think you're very welcome. You're very welcome. If I didn't get to your question, you can use the Linktree link in my bio and send a question to me directly. Again, you can make a donation if you want to. If not, I will do the best I can. If not, you can always use the super chat feature. If you're live and you want your question answered live, you can use the super chat feature in TikTok. Pardon me, on YouTube and on Facebook. There's a money feature there. And also on TikTok, you can use the Linktree link in my bio and send a donation. My phone will notify me if somebody's done that. Thank you for the hands and hearts. Really appreciate it. And I will see all of you guys on TikTok tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And everybody else on YouTube, I will see you for the Friday open Q&A. I want to thank Delores Cannon, Master Jesus, Archangel for being present with us, the guides and angels and the beings that connected through to the people that asked questions. And I want to wish all of you much, much love. And remember, today is a brand new day, and this is a brand new moment. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. Bye for now.